Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. Breaking news, Jay Powell lands in Jackson Hole. Everyone is so afraid of his face. Everyone around him is so terrified about his... Guys, he just got off of a flight. Like, who looks good when they land after being on a flight? Not too many people. So here's the thing. A lot of people are speculating still about what's going to happen with this whole Jackson Hole thing. A lot of people are starting to get concerned because the ratio of people expecting a rate cut has dropped a little bit. So there's like now a 20% chance that he's not going to cut rates. So the market's getting worried. And of course, any face, and I'm sure he had other facial features too. Like he wasn't just looking like this walking off the plane, I'm sure of it. But again, people are just going to interpret whatever they want. In other news, Litecoin has a brilliant comeback to Yeezy. Yeezy money is more than a coin. It's an ecosystem built for culture. Get this, guys. Powered by technology. What? I'm wasting your precious time. I'm sorry. And designed to serve the future of global payments. Beautiful response from Litecoin. Oh, I love Litecoin. That's hilarious. Yeezy has not extracted value out of crypto. It's just another pump and dump grift. I'm surprised that people are still buying celebrity meme coin launches because that's exactly what it is. There's no way that coin's going to have any livelihood at all. If they were smart, they would have waited until everything was already pumping. Then it would have done really well. But no one's asking me for advice, and I will never give advice like that to any company, especially Kanye West. Okay, so the good and the bad, the ugly. Bitcoin is still inside of the daily TBO cloud, which is bearish consolidation. We know that. Volume yesterday was less than appetizing. On the 4-hour time frame, we have another TBO breakdown, but I am still expecting a bounce. Now, Bitcoin made a lower low yesterday down to $112,015. There's support here at basically just over $112,000. To me, I personally am looking at this going, well, the market's really sold off right now. To me, it seems like everyone's panicked in advance of what's happening with Jackson Hole and all this stuff and the rate cuts. To me, it seems like the selling, or rather the fear has set in. I personally believe that he's going to cut rates because this is the first time in the FOMC group, the meeting group, the cabinet, I think is the more appropriate word, that there's actually dissent of opinion. Not everyone is unanimously agreed for pausing or for cutting or for increasing. There's actually a rift right now, which is really, really interesting. So I personally believe that we're going to see a rate cut. We'll see what happens though tomorrow. And life will go on and everyone will forget about this rate cut until the next one. Ethereum had a slightly red day yesterday. A bit discouraging, I'm not going to lie, especially because it closed below resistance. Actually, the 4-hour time frame is better. So we could see we had another move yesterday at 9 p.m. and it started to go up here to resistance and it respected it yet again. So what's really interesting is that this level of short-term overhead resistance is being respected, and I fully believe that we're going to see Ethereum break above it. I'm just an optimistic guy. I got to live up to the moniker, right? Moon and Papa. On the daily time frame, the TBO remains strong bullish. It's still above the cloud. The slow line is still pointing up. Volume yesterday did not exceed the moving average, which is odd for a midweek. But again, it's just been such a crazy last couple of days. Now, with Ethereum starting out green on the day, that's a positive sign. The obvious challenge is on the 4-hour time frame. If we see Ethereum move above 43.40, then it's going to lift everything else. Just like it did back over here on Wednesday. It lifted everything on this nice move up of 6%. ETH BTC remains strong bullish above resistance. Isn't that insane? You guys have no idea. Like, this is an incredibly bullish chart right now. ETH BTC is still looking really good. And I still believe Ethereum will lead the market. Case in point, Ethereum was green just a little bit this morning, and it just needed to stay green enough. And guess what? It's lifting the rest of the coins, which we're going to talk about in a second. Stablecoin dominance had a little bit of an uptick yesterday, up 1.69%. There is overhead resistance right here. which is plotted to this high at 7.78%, and there is a high here of 7.77%. I'm really hoping for a double top. I really don't want to see this go up higher, because if it does, that's going to mean a lot of pain. It did obviously push back above this support level. So this one is done. So now we're going to draw it like this. And essentially, we just have a channel, which is awful. But considering the fact that we're at the top of the channel, the next logical thing is for it to oscillate back down. And again, I'm just talking about market mechanics. Things are going to go up, things are going to go down. We're very much to the upside right now. I believe that we're going to be headed down. It's just how things work. Now, we really want to see this support level broken, and it's going to take a lot of bullish buying energy for that, for stablecoin dominance to drop that much. Again, I've been saying all week long, nothing has changed my tune, even with yesterday's red day. It was very slightly red. Ethereum dominance closed down negative 0.69%, but today it's already going up. Bitcoin dominance had a better day yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, slightly up at 0.32%, but it's still strong bearish. On the daily, the slow line is curling down so much more. On the weekly, it's still deep inside of the TBO cloud. On the 4-hour, it's still below the cloud. So it's strong bearish on all counts. Ethereum dominance is strong bullish on all counts. Rather, well, not on all counts. On the weekly, it's still in bullish consolidation, which is way better than bearish consolidation. The 4-hour, as I said before, it's just looking really good. We're just waiting for a nice little pop-up higher, and then that will help propel the rest of the market. The total crypto market cap, I'm waiting for it to do its thing. Basically, we have a very similar setup right here. So we have 3 TBO breakdowns right here, a nice bounce up, and it's a return back down, which is exactly what we saw basically yesterday, and it's gone back down. And now we're waiting for a next bullish push higher, which will be followed by TBO closed shorts, TBO closed shorts, and we go up higher. Now, if the FOMC meeting on Jackson Hole, whatever, Friday, if they say, okay, cool, we're going to be cutting rates, this will be going up and this will be going down. It's basically just going to be an inverted process. It's going to be fantastic. Now, the reality, again, is that no one knows exactly what's going to happen. And the important thing is that you know how to trade in conditions like this. I actually just closed a position that was a literal comeback kid story. Watch out for the video. I'm making it today, and it's going to be coming out on Sunday. I've been trading charts like this since 2018, and it is literally the perfect picture of patience pays. I know, that's a lot of peace. But I teach you how to do all the stuff that I talk about in these videos and on my special videos on Sunday here in our courses at Better Traders. Check out 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. It is a great course that comes with one-on-one coaching. It comes with free TBT signals available in the AllTrading platform. It comes with a 1-month trial to the Better Traders Club, which includes the trending breakout indicator, the TBO, plus a lot of other stuff like watch lists. We just had a live session last night with me. It was an AMA. It was super fun. And we're going to have another live session next Thursday hosted by one of our coaches. There's a ton of stuff in it. And I'm also working on the September watch list right now. I do want to give you a heads up. There's also a link for Femex. Now, recognize that Femex may not be available for all of you in your various jurisdictions. I'm still trading on Femex. I'm actually doing copy trading right now. I'm still patiently waiting for my positions to close in the green, which I fully expect to happen. So I'm just opening up those trades now and then. I'm not using the bots for it because unfortunately the API was just way too complicated for me to figure out. But that's what it is. Now, I want to go back over here to TradingView to talk about our picks for today. Now, if you have a coin that you really, really love, you want me to talk about it, leave a comment. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, if you know what I'm saying. So I may not look at your coin, but don't stop leaving comments. Definitely like the video. If you haven't subscribed and you've been watching up to this point already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and share this video. Share this video with your friends and your family members that are interested in crypto because it will help them understand the crypto market dynamics and also what coins to watch, because as we start progressing to the end of this bull market, which I fully believe we are reaching the end of this bull market very soon, we're going to see lots of coins explode. You have to stay at attention right now for what's moving so that way you can get into a really good position. So I'm sorry for all of the little bit trip up and stuff. Yesterday, I was filming literally all day in Kawagoe on the community channel here on YouTube. There's like a place where I shared a poll of where I should do my next IRL filming, and I gave the option for, I think it was Shibuya, Kawagoe, and Roppongi, I think. So you guys voted for Kawagoe, filmed a ton of content, had a great day, super hot, like 38 degrees Celsius, which is just hot in Fahrenheit. I think it's like 99, maybe 100, I can't remember. And actually, I'm going to be traveling next week. You're going to see a very different tropical background. I'm not sharing now where I'm going to be next week, but I'm going to be filming a ton of content there and also having some really interesting interviews with people, but I can't say anything else. So you just have to stay tuned for that. Okay. So let's get into today's picks. First off, these green flags right here, every single flag, these all denote something special to do with the trending breakout indicator, the TBO, or TBT divergence, which is a pro tier indicator available in the Better Traders Club. And the green color denotes something bullish that's happening on the charts. So in this case for BNB, we know that it printed a new all-time high at $883. And it also printed a TBT bearish divergence up here. That's actually not a good thing. But as long as we have a bullishly ascending slow line, we're good. Now, if we see a third one of these in today or tomorrow, that will be a very bad sign. I'm just going to say it now. But again, it's above the previous all-time high set way back over here. I'm sorry, from this high over here, December 2nd, 2024. So it's in all-time high territory. We are going to see a lot of these TBT bearish divergence signals flash on the daily time frame. So it's nothing really to freak out about. It's also going to be in price discovery mode too. So just keep an eye on that. Solana had a slight pullback yesterday, closed inside of the cloud, unfortunately. But given the fact that Ethereum is looking good right now, I expect this to go up and exceed this high that was set on Wednesday at 188. Again, the other really good thing that happened, which is unfortunate to see the pullback, is that Solana actually pushed above short-term resistance. Now, this is something really exciting. This is something called a bump and run. A bump and run is when we have a level of resistance, the price breaks above it, and it falls back down to previously broken resistance, and it bounces off of this, claiming it as support. We've seen these really recently, and they're really, really fun moves. Now, we don't see it necessarily on the daily time frame, and I do prefer the daily time frame for these. I actually think there's one right here too. Check it out. Ah, so close. Close but no cigar, but kind of the same idea. Okay, let's keep going. Link. This one is incredible. It had a great day on Wednesday, up 12%. It fell down 6%. It's above overhead resistance. This is overhead resistance that has been in play for, 8 months now, since December. So I really just want to see Link hold above this level. It's very strong bullish right now. On the 4-hour time frame, it's back inside the cloud. I'm just waiting and watching for this thing to make its next pop up. Bitcoin Cash. This one is still stuck inside of the daily TBO cloud, or on the daily time frame. That's why I'm saying the daily TBO cloud. And this is the TBO, the trending breakout indicator, and the green mass is the cloud. Now, I do expect it to go up higher because we have a bullish TBT bullish divergence signal here printed on Thursday, the 21st, yesterday, so 1 a.m. So we saw a slight pullback, but that doesn't matter to me. This is a great bullish reversal signal. I'm excited for Bitcoin Cash to go back up above resistance. Monero printed a second TBT bullish divergence signal on the daily. This is a really good sign. Seeing two of these in close proximity on the daily time frame is a big deal. Pengu, this one confirmed a second TBO close long. This is technically a bearish sign, but on the 4-hour time frame, we actually have a TBT bullish divergence signal, just like Bitcoin Cash. So this to me is a really good sign. Now, unfortunately, a really good sign like this one over here on SPX, it fell a lot lower. But one thing that I'm watching on this chart still is the angle of the slow line, which has slowed down. Volume has died down. RSI has died down. The hype and the euphoria around it has died down, which means that we're probably going to see a spike in volume and price action soon. One other thing to consider as well is overhead resistance. Let me go ahead and do it this way. So if I were to draw resistance right here, we'll do it like this. So we have our main line of resistance, and then we have short-term overhead resistance. Now I'm going to go to the 4-hour because I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to get more clarity here. So we're going to take this high to this high. So we can already see some tests of resistance right here and right here, a pierce of it. I'm basically just waiting for SPX to break above this level. And again, if Ethereum can stay bullish, then SPX should follow. It'll go above resistance and then it go back up here, probably to reach this level about 176. Nexo, this one confirmed a TBT bullish divergence signal on the 4-hour time frame, which is a great sign considering it has an open TBO closed long. This blue diamond right here lets us know that the bullish uptrend, which is established by a TBO open long back over here, and is currently in, drum roll please, 5% profit. If we haven't taken profit all the way up here, these blue diamonds let us know, well, when the price shoots back up to the fast line, consider taking out a little bit more profit. So we got a second one of these, consider taking a little bit more profit out right there. Last but not least, Arrow. Absolutely incredible chart right now. Crazy moves too. Wednesday up 15%, yesterday down 8%. Today already up over 10%. It actually wick to wick, it went up a lot higher. Follow the volume, guys. Follow the price action. Something crazy is going on with Aerodrome right now. Now, this blue, light blue flag denotes a TBO breakout. And this one is on Morpho. This one actually has 3 TBO breakouts on the 4-hour time frame. This is an actual really, really good sign. One other thing, though, that I'm looking at that I'm a little bit cautious about are these 2 TBT bearish divergences on the hour. Now, the 4-hour does trump the 1-hour, but when I see 2 of these right when we're seeing the breakouts, I'm a little bit nervous, I guess you could say. So I have an alert right here for myself to watch this if it has a pullback, and I'm definitely buying the dip. One option too is that if you want to enter here and you don't want to wait, you could just enter some here and then have a DCA order ready and waiting at the fast line. That way you average your entry down and then you ride the move up higher. Now, not everything is looking super duper happy, amazing bullish. These blue flags denote bearish symbols, with the inverse of my favorite bullish reversal signal, the TBO close short. These are TBO close longs, just like I shared up here. So seeing 2 of these really close together here for Doge, I said doggy coin. I can't help it. It's just, now it's ingrained in my brain. It's not good. Even though we expect the price of Doge to go up to the fast line, which is currently at basically 22 cents. Seeing 2 of these on the daily time frame is just not good, especially that close together. XLM, similar story. AVAX, similar story. Ethereum Classic, similar story. Now, MNT, Mantle, this one has 2 close together, but on the 4-hour time frame. Do you remember these TBT bearish divergences I shared with you yesterday saying, just watch out. It's struggling at price-based resistance over here. Why is this line still here? That's definitely conquered. But there is resistance you can see from the price and also TBO resistance at $1.41. It really has struggled to even push above that. And now it's having a slight pullback, but it's still strong bullish for sure. Now, Curve, this is printing its 3rd TBO closed long in the last 7 days. Not a good sign. Following up with not a good sign, that theme. SUI, this one is still below support, which is not good. I really would love to see a nice push up above this level, which is now acting as resistance. It would have to move up 5%, which isn't that hard. And again, if we get a nice push up for Ethereum, it should lift the rest of the crypto market. But right now, I'm not seeing any bullish reversal signals at all. This is just not good, which is really discouraging. It's really frustrating. Tau, very similar situation. It had a pullback yesterday, down 4%, and it's dropped below short-term support. Not a good sign. It really needs to push back above here in order to reclaim bullish territory. And honestly, it really just needs to go above this long-term overhead resistance level, which has a current target, if we just pumped today, at about $410. Speaking of pump, even though it had a great bounce over here on Wednesday, it literally gave all of it away. What gives, Pump? Well, this is just the nature of how things are right now. We get a lot of euphoria and hype, and then it goes back down. But the good news about this chart so far is that it has fallen back down to TBO support. I mean, a nice easy trade would not be going all the way up here. I can't say easy, but a logical trade would be buying on support and even selling like halfway up the move, which would be like an 8% move. Not bad at all. Um, Farcoin, last but not least, this one has been really oversold for quite a while. And it's really interesting too, because it's very bearish on the 4-hour time frame, but you can see it respecting and falling back down here to support several times. On the daily time frame, it's still very strong bearish, but it's not putting in lower lows, which is a really positive sign. Now, if we draw a simple overhead resistance level here, that's the real target. We really want to see Fartcoin, and can you believe we actually talk about this like it's a serious thing? I just kind of forget that I'm calling it Fartcoin over and over, but what a space that we live in, guys. This is insane. There is immediate overhead resistance here at the 618, just over $1. And then to make matters worse, right here at $1.03. My personal suspicion is that we're basically going to wait a couple of days until Sunday to see Fartcoin actually move up, and it's going to struggle with resistance because we have an overlapping overhead resistance level and the 618 working against us. I know, ugh. But the main thing we need to watch is Ethereum. And if it can break above this overhead resistance level, and again, that price would be about 43.40, in my opinion, that would be the number to make, then I think we're golden. I think we're going to see everything return back up higher. We're going to see a new leg up. And again, Ethereum made a 6% move right here. So another 6% move today would be up to like $4,500, which would be fantastic for Ethereum and everything else. Ethereum continues to lead the market. And this is what I've been saying over and over in our courses, and as well as the Better Traders Club in our market updates. So if you guys need more advice, more analysis, trade setups, watch lists, go to thebettertraders.com. Check out the Better Traders Club. Also check out 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. And make sure that you turn on notifications. That way you get every single one of these updates when they are launched, as well as my special video that I'm scheduling for my Sunday. Again, I'm super excited to share this video with you. It's it's insane. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.